Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm going to be doing something today a little bit different from the stuff I normally do. Now, I'm not trying to jump onto the bandwagon of doing these react videos, but a couple of people have asked me to look at a specific video that's just been released recently. That's a very interesting video, actually, to just basically give a little bit of a breakdown and do a bit of a reaction to it. So I thought, if that's what people want, I'll have a look at it and let's see how it works out. So basically, the video we're going to be looking at is a new one by the Royal Marine Commandos. And yeah, looking at the flag behind me, I wasn't in the Marines. I was in the Parachute Regiment. I was in the Pathfinders. However, we do have a lot of similarities. As much as we like to kind of deny it, most guys that, if you hadn't joined the Parachute Regiment, you'd join the Marines and vice versa. Very, very similar beasts. So guys that want to put themselves out there, go that extra mile, do dangerous stuff and be at the front line of our fighting forces, And as much as people think that we have this like hatred for each other and stuff, that's a load of crap as well. We've actually got a lot of respect for each other. I've got a lot of friends in the Marines and I respect everything they've done as much as they do with me as well. Obviously, you don't admit it to each other's faces. Anyway, back to the video. So this is a video, it's a short film called Raid about the Royal Marines. And basically the Marines at the moment are going through a transformation. Okay, so they've had a lot of money pumped into it. I've read up on this, apparently £200 million has been pumped into this. They've received a new weapon system. No doubt a lot of you have seen that already. That looks really cool. I mean, fair play to them. They're getting issued Cry uniform. And no doubt they're getting a lot of money put into their capabilities as well. It's not just cool gear. So fair play, somebody somewhere is supporting them within the MOD for sure. And they're going through quite a big rebranding and restructuring at the moment. So they're actually restructuring the formation of their units as well. And they're looking to basically go back to what their roots were in the Second World War as more of like a raiding force. So fair play to them. They're restructuring. They're reinventing themselves, so they're not staying stale. They're looking forward to the future. So fair play to the Royal Marines for that stuff, and good stuff. I hope it works out for those guys, and I hope that they go from strength to strength in their new formations and what they're doing. So what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to put the video on. I'm not here to sit and criticise it either, by the way. This is just me reacting to it and see. I haven't watched it before. I'm going to see what it's like. Hopefully they've done a good job of it. Like I say, I've got a lot of respect for the Royal Marines. So let's dive into it.
Time to intercept. 3 mics. Pack 1 has visual on target.
Cool. Oh, see, they've got the little digitised captions on there and that. The guy leading the boarding of a vessel here is pretty cool. Oh, looks like he's wearing Aku's, nice. So it's got a little bit of an intro there to the weapons they're carrying. As I said there, they've got new weapon systems now, which is pretty cool. And they're getting ready to breach into the captain's part of the ship. Like, I'm not a sailor, right? Okay. So into the cockpit, whatever you call it on a ship. Just one thing on this then. What I'm going to say, to me, it doesn't look like they're carrying out, I mean, again, I'm not here to criticise, but the drills look a little bit ropey here to me, because if you see the guy with the long weapon here, he's had to raise it up because someone's now opening the door with a pistol in his hand. To me, that guy should have been on the other side of the door. The guy opening the door should have been literally just opening it and getting out of the way, whilst the guy should have been on the right-hand side of the door with his weapon into the opening as they open it. So to me, that looks like a little bit of a, I don't know if it's a hiccup on the drills or whether they do something new nowadays. Put the comments in the comment section below and pick me up for anything I'm saying, but that's just my reaction.
Walk to me! Walk to me!
So you see there's a guy there with a pistol. He's the only person that's got his weapon trained on the person who could potentially be armed inside that part of the ship, whilst the guy with the long is ineffective. And there's no one on the right hand side of the door that really he should have been the person, he or she should have been the person covering the threat.
Hey, walk to me! Step back, step back!
So they had a guy on the right there, but he was out of shot, and also he wasn't in a position covering inside that door, but they did have a guy there that could have potentially moved forward a bit. But obviously they've detained that fella. It looks like he's not armed. So they're moving into the ship now, having a look around. Looks like quite a young guy there. And they're conducting what they call SSE now, sensitive site exploitation. So that's like the intro now. They're bringing in the title. All the Gucci shots here, Royal Marine Commando badge.
J2 gathered from recent maritime interdiction ops points to the location of a captured British national. 3 hostile anti-aircraft systems have been identified, providing coverage for the target.
Okay, so what they're doing now is they're giving a background to the whole scenario. They're giving the tactical scenario, and they're setting us up for the rest of the video. So they're telling us what's out there. There's air defence systems. There's a captured British national. So obviously this is going to be their mission to go forward and then conduct that hostage rescue.
We've also identified a build-up of ammunition and equipment, likely prepping for a larger operation. 2 days ago, Sniper Pair 10 were covertly inserted to provide overwatch and reconnaissance of the AO.
Okay, so they've already got an advanced force that have got into theatre. A sniper pair, they're conducting eyes on and reporting back information ready for the raiding party to go and move in. So this is all good stuff. This is good tactics, real tactics, what people do, you know, in the forces.
Overwatch has confirmed the radar is back online and operational. This, combined with the increase in enemy hardware, indicates imminent hostile intent. 20 and 30 will insert by a raiding craft at last light, landing at Black Beach.
So it's pretty cool, isn't it? They've got like computer generated scenario here. It reminds me a little bit of that film, doesn't it? That American one that was out not too long ago, Act of Valor. It kind of looks a little bit like that, how they've kind of set it up. So it's quite cool how they've got all the explanation of the scenario and stuff.
At 0500s, 2 F-35s will strike the enemy weapons depot. In order to enable this, 30 will neutralise one of the missile systems, clearing a corridor for those F-35s. Concurrently, 20 will move to secure the British hostage.
Okay, so what they're doing there, they're talking about suppression of enemy air defence. So before aircraft move into an area to neutralise targets, what they need to do is take out the air defence before the aircraft move in, because they don't want to get shot down trying to take out the air defence. So they've explained that quite well, and again, good tactics and realistic stuff here.
Hostage at the radar station. All call signs will exfil before first light.
Ooh, sky looks a bit moody. So here's the sniper pair then. Just one thing on that then. You see there that the optics, or the sight that he's looking through, it didn't have any camouflage at all on the front. So basically, I'm not a sniper, but you know, camouflage concealment, you need to have either something like a face veil, some sort of mesh over the front to prevent that sort of, firstly, glint if the sun dips low and glints off it, and secondly, to stop that dark shape, because it's going to be unnatural, that round dark shape. But other than that, for being great camo concealment, you can barely see him. I mean, it might just be for the film, so you can actually see him. Otherwise, you're looking at a bush, aren't you? You know, so it's for the viewer.
Charlie 1 entered left of arc.
Okay, so they're
Charlie
observing the
1
targets
stopped
now,
at the radar.
and they're reporting back the
UKM
information
1 exiting
to the
Charlie 1.
planners back at base.
UKM 1 and UKM 2 meet in the middle of arc. UKM 3 on the top of radar, acting as sentry position. Roger so far.
Roger so far. 0. This is 10 Alpha. You are green on Bravo.
Over.
10.
Yeah, so what you've got there within the sniper pair, you've got the one person observing, telling his number 2 what's going on, and the number 2 is then on the radio, passing the information back to HQ. And one thing that's quite interesting here is they're showing the fact that snipers, it's not just about taking out targets. A lot of the stuff that they do is about reporting information back, because they're going to be in a good position and well concealed to be able to do that job.
0 Alpha, 0, Roger, green on Bravo. Blackout, blackout, blackout.
Okay, so they've given them the code word there for basically go. So the aircraft are ramping up, getting ready to move. The ships have been, or the boats have been deployed. Cool. Some great shots there, eh? Of the aircraft and the boats moving forward. Quite dramatic. cool. And you see there, you know, classic shots of the Royal Marines in their inflatable boats deploying onto the beach there, and it's telling you about the call signs and the units there. Again, showcasing their abilities. They're moving up the cliff faces at night. Really dangerous work, you know, on enemy held territory there. So, you know, fair play to the guys, you know. So they've got the lead climber there. He's dropped the rope for the rest of the guys to then start climbing that cliff face. Again, very classic Second World War type commando raiding stuff there. Oh, a bit of moody lightning there. Nice, nice.
2-0, this is Fort Royal Castle. Over.
2-0.
This is 0. Acknowledged. Be aware.
Increased enemy activity in your AO.
Now have 15 mics. Over.
Okay, so HQ's updating them with the right up-to-date information from the sniper pair, and the main raiding force are moving in now.
0. This is 1-0 Alpha. I have eyes on center position. Requesting permission to engage.
Over.
1-0 Alpha. You are clear to engage.
Over.
Okay, there. So the snipers then obviously talking to the guy in charge of the operation, then requesting permission to engage. That means, you know, to take the guy out. For those unaware, there is still rules of engagement whenever you deploy in operations. You can't just go around slotting people when you feel like it. And also, it may not be conducive to the rest of the operation if you just shoot someone when you feel like it, because you want to be doing it as and when it's, you know, in conjunction with the rest of the forces moving. So you don't want to warn the enemy off too early by slotting someone before the rest of the guys are in position.
Range 400 meters. Deflection 1.2 left. Range 400 meters. Deflection 1.2 left.
Okay, so then the spotter is giving the information to the sniper here, so he can put that information into his sight system to make that shot accurate.
Hold.
Sentry down.
Okay, so he's taking them out.
Objective, over.
That's been reported to the troops assaulting. So they're moving into the target now.
3-0. Send sit rep.
Over.
0. This is 3-0.
Charges set. Moving to extract.
Over.
Okay, so that part of the assault force then has just put in charges onto the air defence systems in preparation for the fast air to come in.
Roger. Out.
Some good shots here with the guys, eh? Going into their CQB. So we've got the breacher moving up then, placing his charges ready to breach into the target building. Okay, so they're just backing off that safe distance before they initiate the charge, before they move in. And then they go. All good drills, great drills shown here by the way. Good stuff. Okay, so they're moving to the building now. Off his flashbangs there, because they don't want to be detonate HE grenades if they've got a hostage in the building. So they're using flashbangs and they're moving in their assaulting groups. Moody. Nice. I gotta say that was a bit cheesy, wasn't it? That explosion there is blatantly CGI'd on, and you know the old walking away silhouette away from an explosion. It's not the most realistic, but it looks cool, doesn't it? Okay, they've got him.
This is 2-0.
Hostage secure. Over.
2-0. This is 0.
Okay, so they've got the hostage then, they've reported that back to base. I'm not quite sure why there wasn't someone in the room, or at least guarding the room of the hostage. Maybe the MOD don't want to show people actually getting slotted. Maybe that's not within their appetite. I don't know.
Roger. Be advised, enemy approaching your position. Move to FRV immediately.
Jedi 1-1, this will be a type 2 control bomber target. Complete midway forward from each aircraft.
Okay, so what they're doing now, then they're showing the different aspects and different units. So if you notice there at the bottom of the screen, 2-9 Commando. So that's the artillery. And what we've got is a JTAC who's guiding the fast air. That's the aircraft to drop weapons onto targets now as the main force are extracting.
Elevation 8-3.
There you go, 2-9 Commando.
Target is a weapons cache. Target location
30 uniform X-ray.
Foxtrot 150093.
So this is one of the jobs that I did when I was serving in Pathfinders. I was a JTAC on operations too, and out in Afghanistan. Very, very responsible job, because obviously you're dropping large munitions and doing strafing runs in close proximity to your own troops. So this guy that's given this information, a lot of weight's on his shoulders, and he needs to make sure everything's 100% accurate and it's accurately passed on to the incoming fast air, because if he doesn't, you know, things can go wrong quite quickly.
Mark nil, friendlies south 2.3 kilometers, egress to
Apollo 5. Corey Ross.
restrictions. Fire attack, I think, will be 090 plus or minus 30 for best weapon effect. Reciprocals also available. Jedi 1-1, read back.
Jedi.
Reads back as far attack killing.
What a call sign.
090 plus or minus 30. Reciprocal also available.
Jedi 1-1, clear hot.
Cleared hot, so that's the call that you give the pilot before they can drop weapons. You have to give them permission basically to drop the weapons on the target. And there's the light of the showing on the guys' faces
Standby BDA.
of the weapons hit the
Jedi
targets.
1-1, as a minute 04, that is ground force commands intent met. Mission successful, weapons case destroyed, comply the egress.
So BDA, battle damage assessment, the JTAC is giving the information back and saying, yes, it's effective. You know, they don't need to re-attack or anything like that. Okay, and here comes the helos to extract them. I think those are the Wildcats, aren't they? It's what's superseded the Lynx. So they're much updated version of a Lynx, basically, pretty much rebuilt. Cool. So there we have it then. That's the Royal Marines Raid, the Commando Raid video. I thought that was actually really good. So they've obviously put this together as part of their restructuring, the reformation of the Commando Force. And it's great to see them showcasing their capabilities, the new Gucci kit, the weapons and stuff like that. And you could see at the end there, it's actually the MOD, the Navy, that's made that video. So to make it to that kind of production standards, pretty damn good. You know, that's a really good effort, I think, that they've done there. There's a couple of little cheesy bits in there, you know, the explosions going off. Obviously, it's CGI. They can't start blowing stuff up to make a video. But, you know, you've got real footage there of the fast air coming in, the helicopters, the boats, the guys using the proper tactics and drills. Apart from that one bit that I picked up, you know, and again, if I'm saying the wrong thing, someone say something about that in the comment section below. I'm not the be all know all, but just from the drills that I've done now, there was a little bit I picked up on there. But it's really good to see that they're showing some great drills there. They're obviously using serving soldiers or serving Marines to showcase their skills. And somebody has written that knows what he's doing. It's not written by some Hollywood director that obviously they always, you know, drop a bollock. That's been very well put together. So what do you think of that video? I think they've done a good job. To me, you know, for recruiting and stuff, for young red-blooded soldiers that want to go and close with the enemy and defeat them, like I wanted to do when I was a youngster, that would have really got me going, as opposed to some of the other, the army adverts, where a lot of it's kind of a little bit more PC, and they tend to be just feeding people, you know, handing out bags of rice and stuff. They're actually war fighting in this video. So I think they've done a great job, and this is the sort of thing we should be seeing more of, when they're looking to recruit people and, you know, just showcase their abilities and stuff. So what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below, and as always, stay prepared.